Are there any signs of, identifying mental health issues in a person? How can you tell if somebody is
Yeah,
going
yeah,
through?
yeah, yeah. That is again a very, very important question, because many times, you must have noticed people say, oh, he committed suicide, oh, he's depressed. But we never felt so. He was such a smiling chap. He always used to be happy. It seems all so sudden. It is never. And as a rule, it is never ever sudden. It's just that we have not been good enough as friends, as colleagues, as relatives to identify the danger signs. Now, what are the danger signs that we can identify? First and foremost, the two most important things that are necessary for our survival, I would say, one is sleep, and second one is food, the food that we eat. If there is a limitless drop or increase in the appetite that one has, as in overeating or undereating, oversleeping or undersleeping, that is the first sign that there could be something wrong. Your suspicion should increase. Second thing is, if somebody who used to be really very very energetic, or somebody who used to be a socializer, you see a lot of change in his behavior. He is becoming a loner, he's isolated, he does not speak as much. What we generally, kind of assume is, oh, that person must be, we never assume that he must be going through something. We always assume now he's having a lot of attitude, I don't know what's gotten into him. But we do not make the effort to go ahead and ask him what is bothering you. Fourth thing is things that you really like. This is something that is the defining feature of depression, I would say. Things that you love, things that you really, really, really like doing. If those things seem like a chore to you, if somebody really likes dancing, or if somebody really likes singing, or if somebody just likes waking up in the morning and reading the newspaper, and those things are seeming like a mountain to climb, it's like a Mount Everest you have to climb, and that is also not giving you any sort of kick, then definitely the fuel that makes you happy in the brain, the serotonin which kind of keeps you happy, is gives you the ability to be happy, is somewhere or the other a little less in your brain. Apart from that, many depressed people start feeling guilty when it's not their fault. So it's like, let's say, I have a friend, and I've not been talking to the friend because we haven't been able to meet up. And one day I meet the friend, and he just says hi and then goes off. A depressed person would see that as some sort of invalidation to himself. The depressed person would feel that I must have done something wrong. That is why he's not paying attention to me. Or the depressed person will feel there is something wrong in me. I am somehow a lesser person, therefore he's behaving like that. I must have done something. So this guilt, which is unjustified. See, there are certain crimes or there are certain things that you do, and it's good to feel guilt for that. It is natural to feel guilt for that. But when it is not your fault, when there's no real issue from your side, and still you start feeling that way, then we say that the person could be depressed. And we have something called as the classic hallmark of severe depression, which we call as the HHW model, wherein you have three things. One is hopelessness. You feel that even if 100 people are around you, there's no hope left in life. You might have the best job in the world, but you still feel at the bottom of your heart that it's a very gloomy day and there's no hope left for me. Second H is helplessness. You feel that even if I seek help, nobody will be able to help me. I am at the bottom of a pit, and it's impossible for anybody to reach to the bottom of the pit and kind of take me out from there. That is what you start feeling, even if the reality is something else. And the third thing you start feeling is worthless. I'm not good enough. I'm not capable enough. I'm not competent enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not beautiful enough. I'm not handsome enough, even if the reality is something else. And no matter how much somebody in that situation tries to convince that person that no, that you are a very competent person, you are in such a big, let's say, you are in a big multinational company, a big software engineer, but still, if he is going through severe depression, he'll feel that he is not worth anything. He'll feel that it is better to end everything. He'll feel that there is a big, 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 big tunnel, but unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any light at the end of the tunnel. If you start feeling this way, then we say that initially you have mild depression, and if these last three things, helplessness, worthlessness, undue guilt, is there, then we say that it is, severe depression.
Okay. Is it possible that someone who is having depression may not even know that they are depressed, or they are, going through this?
Very much, very likely, very likely. See, because depression does not have one classic presentation. What I spoke of right now are the common features. But
Right.
many times, depression is like you just feel that your body is aching all over. This happens more commonly in females because sadly, we accept it or not, even today we can say that the urban population, educated population, has kind of moved on to the next phase, evolved to the next phase. But if you go to the rural population or the uneducated class, there many females, they present with hysteria, so they'll present with episodes which resemble convulsions, or they'll present with body ache, and they'll do all the tests in the world. They'll go to 100 doctors, all the tests are normal, but still the body ache is there. They will feel that they are not being able to do their normal work. Let's say they have to do the normal cooking. The normal cooking that they used to do seems like, oh my God, this is a very, very big thing for me. So these other things can also be signs of depression, but then they are kind of left unidentified. And what happens is when you are depressed, your mind does not work in 360 degree. It kind of sadly gets constricted and you have a very tunnel vision.
Yeah.
So the ability to think reduces. When my ability to think reduces, it's very difficult for me to identify myself that I am depressed because my thinking has gone down. In other illnesses, let's say you're having a lot of stomach ache, or let's say you're having some other issue, your brain is working properly. So your engine, your CPU is telling you that, okay, your hand is paining a lot or your stomach is paining a lot. But here, the part of your brain which tells the body that, okay, you're not in a good place, that part in itself is not working. Who's going to tell that part? It's like your brain always tells the other parts of your body that you're not in a good place because it is paining, not because all of this is there. But because that part, it's like the epicenter only has been affected. It's like the engine of the machine has been affected. So there's nobody to tell it. That is why it is very important that we consider each and every person to become a mental health soldier, at least for their family, for their relatives, for their friends, wherein they know these basic signs that I've talked of. So if you see somebody who is displaying these features of odd behavior, isolated behavior, not laughing, crying uncontrollably, being to themselves, you have to act like the first step physician there. You have to act like a counselor there, and you have to proactively ask that person, are you not feeling well? Are you getting thoughts which are not happy thoughts? Is your mind thoughtless? Many times in depression, is just like your mind feels there's nothing inside. Ideally, we keep getting thoughts throughout the day. We get almost 60,000 thoughts per day. But many depressed patients, they just don't have thoughts. It's like their mind is empty. But because their mind is empty, they are not able to identify that I am going through this. Therefore, the other family members and friends become much more important.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.